Yeah.
That usually is when you go to the comic book store, shoved in the back.
Because nobody cares.
Got to get past all the Wolverine issues, and then somewhere back there, what the hell's the Eternals? Move on. Oh, the Punisher, thank God.
Yeah. So it's commonplace in Hollywood now to just fart and then write a script out of it.
Basically, turn that into a movie.
Here's a perfect example. Welcome to the Two Gaming Dudes.
And welcome to our review of Marvel's The Eternals.
Oh my God, now streaming on Disney Plus, which is where I saw it.
I'm having a hard time with this review in particular.
Because you don't remember anything about the film?
Well, there's that. I actually saw this in the theaters.
Yes, I know you did.
Despite all the things that I say on this channel, I really am a big Marvel fan. I love their movies and I watch them all. I don't love their movies, but I enjoy watching the Marvel movies. I can turn off my brain and just enjoy it for the fun, goofy comic book ride that it is.
Okay.
Until this crap. I hated this movie.
Really?
It was so dumb and long and boring, and I just can't.
It was long and dumb, and parts of it were boring, but I didn't hate it as bad. No. I didn't hate it as bad as you.
Okay.
I didn't hate it as bad as Shang-Chi.
Fair.
I don't hate it as bad as Doctor Strange.
Oh, I like
I just
Doctor
hate that
Strange.
character. It's fucking stupid. Okay.
Okay, fair.
So, here's the thing. It was very different. I was pleased that it wasn't generic formula in that they're chasing a glowy thing.
They did change things up.
I'm happy about that.
It is definitely different from their norm.
There was an awful lot of, please shut up. Please shut up.
Hey, shush.
There was an awful lot of CGI laser fights and glowy.
I don't know. Yeah.
They weren't chasing a glowy thing. Okay, it was more of prevent a natural disaster.
Yes.
It was like San Andreas, starring Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
But with laser people, with laser hands.
Yeah. So it starts off 5,000 years ago. Well, actually, my first indicator. He's got to go. We got it. It fucks the shit out of the sound.
All right.
2 hours later.
My first indication that something was off. Right from the beginning, you get this text giving this explanatory. Billions of years ago, the Eternals seeded planet. I'm like, oh fuck.
And the evil Queen Bavmorta
Oh fuck.
reigned terror across the land.
Because it reminded me of the crawl for the Phantom Menace, where it's this mishmash, treaty signing, trade routes, taxation. What the fuck?
What
This
is
is supposed to be a
garbage?
fun kids. What the fuck is this shit? And if you got to give me that much explanation before the first frame of film, holy shit, something's gonna be off.
And if you have to literally read it to me, you can't show me any of this stuff.
Tells me that it was done afterwards.
Yeah.
Tells me that they screened it and people were like, I don't understand.
Why is any of this happening?
Like, fuck, do we
now
do
we gotta
reshoots?
actually
Reshoots? Are you crazy? We open in 3 weeks. Fuck. Just put up a
title
card at
call.
the beginning. Fuck. Oh my god, this movie's gonna suck. Fuck, we're all gonna get fired.
We need like 7 pages of title crawl in the opening just to know what the hell's going on. It's fine. Let them read a book before the movie starts.
So, ancient aliens coming to prehistoric Earth and, setting humanity on a path. That's an old sci-fi trope. It's not original in the least. We've seen it many, many times.
In fact, this ship is basically like the 2001 Space
monolith.
Yeah.
It's been done many times, which is fine. I get it. It's kind of cool. And I kind of enjoyed the prehistoric. Like, okay, this is kind of cute, I guess. Stupid, but whatever. But none of it makes any sense.
No.
I mean, you have to suspend your disbelief so bad. And there were a lot of moments like that. like the cheap cop-out about why didn't you guys do anything about Thanos?
Well, we weren't allowed to.
Because we're only supposed to fight deviants.
We can't get involved in the natural course of human evolution. But what if they wipe out half the population? Doesn't that kind of mess up the whole cosmic shit you got going on?
Thanos did half of them disappear?
I don't know.
Did half of the Celestials disappear?
And if they knew this is what's going to happen, he's going to snap his fingers and half of all humanity is going to disappear. And the thing you're feeding inside the planet needs the people.
Right.
So you've deprived it of all its food source. Oh, yeah. I guess that's worse than deviance, huh?
Beyond that, what about all the other heroes on Earth?
We've got to upgrade the apparatus! We've got to get cool new superhero stuff to battle this all-encompassing evil!
S.H.I.E.L.D. hasn't noticed that some weird fucking cosmic planetary shifts in these weird geological... and oh shit, there's an alien the size of a planet inside the planet. Why doesn't it go the other way? They didn't help during Thanos, so nobody else helps during this world-ending crisis.
Yes, that's right.
Sure.
That's that's one of the heroes going, you see that shit happening right there? Don't even mess with it. Just leave it. It's their problem. They can deal with it.
I mean,
Thor doesn't know anything about this, who's been around for thousands of years, or Odin, who's been around for hundreds of thousands of years.
No, he's floating around with the Guardians.
Oh.
He's gone.
Still, he could have been like, hey, just so you know, there's an alien living inside your planet.
Right.
You might want to deal with that at some point.
Somebody from all the fucking space shit that we've... The fucking guard... His dad is a fucking Celestial.
Yeah.
Ego was a fucking Celestial. At no point, nobody ever learned, oh, the true nature of life in the universe is these guys seed planets, and when they hatch from the planet, they kill everything in the planet.
Yeah.
So, you know, we have one too. Never came up before?
I don't know. Just nobody cared.
Okay. I mean, I guess
Sure.
if the Immortals themselves don't know, and they have their memory wiped after each time, I guess.
I don't know. It's a weak premise.
Yeah, it's very poor.
It's a weak premise of a don't know nothing about it comic.
Yeah.
That usually is when you go to the comic book store, shoved in the back.
Because nobody cares.
Got to get past all the Wolverine issues, and then somewhere back there, what the hell's the Eternals? Move on. Oh, the Punisher. Thank God.
Yeah. I don't know what to make of it. I only found myself falling asleep during the rainforest fight.
That was a bit much. Huh?
I was snoozing. It was just boring. It just went on so long.
It did.
And the 40-minute CGI fight at the end, just so repetitive and boring.
It just kept going. Like, just end it.
I mean, they tried so hard to put some emotional pathos into it. Like,
this is one of those movies where they talk and talk and just like, oh my God, I wish you guys would get into an action scene. And then they do, and you're like, oh, well, I wish this scene would end now and just go back to talking, I guess, because this is even worse.
so the guy... it makes no sense. It's so lazily written and poorly done. the fucking fat black gay guy.
Okay.
Decides I'm going to start a family now.
Yeah.
I'm going to join the humans. I'm going to marry
like
some
that.
guy.
It'll be great.
I'm going to marry some Iraqi dude, and we're going to adopt a baby like Brangelina, who adopts all those black babies. And then they come to him like, the world is going to end. You need to help us. He's like, no, I have a family. I'm not going to help you save the world. What are you going to do? I'm going to stay here with my family. But they'll die if you don't help. I'm done with this. I'm not helping you. I'm staying here with my family. I get it. You need a point of conflict between these two characters.
But maybe
that wasn't it. That's stupid.
Yeah.
The entire conversation, I mean, it would have been a horrible scene. That's why they didn't do it. Like, well, you love your family. They're all going to die if you don't come help us.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
All right, I'm on it.
I have to leave, Ahmed, because I have to save. Okay, go.
Okay, yeah. Good idea.
That doesn't make for an interesting scene, but it makes sense. Okay, find your character conflicts elsewhere.
We come to the end of the movie, and you find out one of the deviants has evolved.
Yeah.
By taking their powers and all of this, it evolves, it becomes smarter, it becomes intelligent, it becomes this incredible character.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like tricking Angelina.
Yeah, and nothing happens of it. Like, you get to this point where you're like, maybe this is where they'll realize we're not so different after all. We should probably help each other, you know? Deviants and Eternals. Nope. Zing, 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 and then you're dead. You're like, that's it? That's it? He's dead?
They had some wonderful opportunities that were squandered. The heart of this film should have been the interplay between these characters, who's going to follow their original orders,
Right.
and who's going to take the opposite moral stand.
Yeah.
It should have I mean, it would have been a lot like Captain America: Civil War.
I was about to
all
say,
over
it would
again,
have been very much Civil War at the end. But
which was a great movie, incidentally.
and that
this was
wouldn't-
not.
And that wouldn't have been a bad thing.
That's a lot better than some. Who was the villain in this film? Who was your main villain?
I mean, really.
Was it the deviant that turned human? Was it the Ashuganash, the head celestial that sent them? Was it the Scottish Superman dude?
I don't
Who
know.
was your main villain?
Didn't really have one. Another
There you
way
go.
that they like deviated from the Marvel norm. Like
Right.
we don't even have a villain. We just like do stuff.
I mean, I know you don't necessarily have to have a protagonist and antagonist.
Not always.
But, you know, in literature and storytelling, that's how it's done.
And in comic books, it's kind of necessary.
I mean, you have no one to root for or root against.
Yeah.
And you could have threaded that needle a lot more handily by fracturing the group from the beginning. Saying, just bring out the secret right away. That, oh my God, this is what we were really sent here for? This is bullshit, and half, or, you know, just a handful, just split. And
Yeah.
that's your fucking conflict.
There you go.
And then you have a subplot with these deviant creatures roaming around. There's your movie. That's a lot better than this confusing pile of shit.
Also, did the Bollywood guy just couldn't go to the location where they were filming the final scene? Is that why he was like, because they're like, all right, we're at the end game now. It's time for us to face the final baddie. Nah, I'm out.
I
He
don't
just
know.
left. He just
don't
walked
know.
like out of nowhere. He's like, I don't want to do this. I'm out. And he left. And like, did he seriously just leave? And then you don't see him again for the rest of the movie. He never comes back. He's never even, they don't talk about him, nothing.
Yeah, Nanjiani's the most interesting thing about this film, Nanjiani being in it,
Yeah.
was the months before the release of the film, watching all the YouTube stories about his steroid use to get ready for this film. That was more interesting to me in the actual film.
Yes. And also, I don't know, I was expecting him to be a little bit bigger. You
Well,
know.
but did you ever watch him in Silicon Valley? Different species, man. He's a completely different species now.
That's funny.
Now that he's jacked out of his mind.
That's
Completely
funny.
different. Unrecognizable. You'd think it's two different people.
And that's what Disney does to you.
Yes. And then, oh my God, can I just talk about the post-credit scene?
Was there one? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, go
The
ahead.
two most ridiculous-looking humans I've ever seen. The little dwarf guy and the guy in the ridiculous Shazam costume. And from that, I'm like, oh my God, please don't do a sequel. Please don't make another one of these. Holy God, please don't make a fucking another one. And of course they're going to make another one.
Now, that's where this gets interesting, because I don't know that they actually are going to make another one. So the Eternals did not do very well in the box office. Go figure. It's actually their first true Marvel bomb. I think it broke even, but just barely.
Wow.
If it did, I mean, it was a race to just break even. Normally, by the time the first one is released, they are already
Yeah.
screaming, hey, the sequel is coming. But they didn't do it with the Eternals. Instead, that goofy character that showed up, they're talking about him and what movie he might be in. So he might show up in like Guardians or something.
But he looked stupid.
Yes, he did. And when he showed up, I was watching it with the 14-year-old. So he shows up, and I reach out, and is that Justin Bieber? He goes, I don't think so.
Biebs!
I'm like, Who the hell is that? And he goes, I don't know. I think he's on like TikTok or something, and that's why.
I mean, Angelina Jolie is hot still. That was nice,
all
I
these
guess,
years later,
to watch that.
She's still hot. I don't know. I hated this one.
It really...
I'm sad that this is a part of the myth. This is part of the Marvel Extended Universe now. This shit exists. It happened.
Yeah.
And what the hell do you do with it?
Nothing. Just ignore it. Ignore it. Don't do anything else with it.
Because I guess this was going to lead into the return of Galactus and the Silver Surfer, which would have brought in... I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what this was going to do. This was going to bring in all of their cosmic and celestial characters.
Right. Don't do
those
that.
characters are dumb.
Right. They're stupid.
There's a reason. Belong in this shit.
There's a reason nobody reads those fucking comics. They're stupid. They're dumb. We don't need to go to fourth tier characters.
No.
I was astonished that they got Ant-Man. And I'm like, that was miraculous that they took this bullshit tier 3 character and bumped him up. You can't go any lower than that. You're beyond the bottom of the barrel. You've scraped through the barrel and you're digging through the floor now.
And that's where you found the Eternals.
Shit! Stop! It's dumb.
Can you imagine that? Somebody busted up one of these comics that they found at the bottom of a barrel somewhere and said, hey, who's got the rights to these guys?
This is Marvel? So we own this? Yeah. Fuck, let's go! Get a writer on it.
We're on this shit. Did you read their comic?
It's Marvel! It's comics. That's popular. Yeah.
It is not. It is not. Not everything Marvel did was gold.
No, the majority of it was garbage. They put out 1,000 titles. 10 of them people actually bought and read.
Yeah. And the rest just...
Stupid as shit.
Is this garbage?
Fuck.
So yeah, not happy with this. And I have no idea what they're going to do. I don't know if these people are all going to be Avengers now and are going to go fight Thanos 2.0 or whatever they're going to do.
This scene keeps coming up here in Festos' house with his husband and kid. And he doesn't want to... And it brought up this joke. They showed the husband guy.
Yeah.
I keep calling him Ahmed. His name wasn't Ahmed. I don't know what his name was. But it made me think that was that character and that storyline was the reason that the film couldn't be shown in the Middle East. And in Indonesia and certain Asian Muslim countries, like, oh, you can't have a gay character. We can't show this. And Marvel was like, fuck. And it was too late to recut it, so they just didn't release the movie in those countries.
Okay.
But I was thinking about the Ahmed character, and a horrible joke came to mind. Do you think his parents are more disappointed that he's gay or that he's dating a black guy?
I think perhaps they are most disappointed that he's in this fucking movie.
Bravo. Zinga! All right. Click subscribe. Right. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, we're done. But do hit up the comments and let us know what you thought of this movie. Did you love it? Did you hate it?
This was tough to
all
get
that
through.
Shit. It was hard to watch, even harder to review. Please, I hope they don't make a sequel, because I just don't. I can't. I don't want it. I'm not interested. I don't care.
Here's a great point why it was difficult to review. Because it's not memorable. I didn't make notes because I stopped caring after 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I just watched this yesterday. It's not like I saw it in theaters at Thanksgiving. I watched this less than 24 hours ago.
And nothing.
It's gone. Nothing
Can't remember
stuck.
anything about it.
Angelina Jolie has some kind of Alzheimer's until they need her back, and then she doesn't have it anymore.
I mean, sure, why not?
They're this family that have been together for 5,000 years until they just fracture at the end and like, fuck you, never mind. The kid just decides to betray the rest of the team because she wants to fuck the Scottish guy. Jon Snow is a puss. Why would he accept this job?
Because they promised that he'd get to be a Marvel character. He gets to be Black Knight, who, incidentally, is another found at the bottom of a barrel character.
I thought, is that why at the end he's like, my family line is a little complex?
Yeah.
I was like,
well, that's why that was the other end credit scene, was him opening the thing, and there was like a sword in there, and
I didn't get that far.
No? At the very, very end, he opens up this box, and there's a sword in there, and it's like whispering to him because it's cursed, and he's like he's gonna, it's a sword. And I was a little bummed. I I don't know. I thought he'd be a different character.
He'll always be Jon Snow to me.
My brain was racing too. I was like, is he going to be a character I know? Is he going to be somebody interesting?
No, you've
It's like,
heard...
maybe he's fucking Ghost Rider. This will be great. No, he's...
They've already done every character you know and have heard of and care about. It's been done.
Yeah.
All that's left is the dregs. Like soon
Such
is going to
as
be
this.
the guy from X-Men that touches his enemy and turns him into ice cream. Gospel fucking truth. I'm not making it up.
No,
That was
no,
his mutant
no.
power. He could create ice cream.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he have his own Disney Plus show? That's
Ice
what's
cream
next.
man.
That's where you're going.
That's where it's headed.
Just every pile of shit we got.
We're
Throw
about
it
to,
out there.
We're about to have Moon Knight.
Fuck, because
Like, if anybody knows who the fuck Moon Knight is,
Because where are these fucking 3,500 streaming services going to get content from otherwise? Shit.
damn it. All right, if we didn't say it before, click subscribe, all that shit. Leave your comments.
Oh, God, this is going to be an awful episode.
I know, I hate it already. I hate everything about this. Everything.
All right, this wasn't
All
my
right,
best
all right,
one.
we're done. We're done. We'll see you all later. Bye.
Oh, God.